Hello and welcome to Observer TV News. It's Wednesday, December 7, 2016. I'm Renee Allen.
And I'm Melisha Ratnarajah, and here are the top stories. A 21-year-old man was sentenced today for the Danzig mass shooting. At least 22 pedestrians were hit by cars on Tuesday.
And a group of Syrian children is singing for the Prime Minister. And now to our top story. A 21-year-old man was sentenced today for the infamous Danzig Street shooting 4 years ago. Florizuno Owoso was sentenced to life in prison. He was 17 when the shooting happened. His identity was protected under the Youth Criminal Justice Act, but his name was now released because he was sentenced as an adult. The man was found guilty in March of second-degree murder in the deaths of Cheyenne Charles and Joshua Say. His lawyer wanted him to be sentenced as a youth. The maximum sentence he could have received as a youth was 4 years in custody and 3 years community supervision. The Danzig shooting was the worst mass shooting in the city's history. Black Lives Matter has won a big human rights award from the City of Toronto. They were awarded the William P. Hubbard Award for Race Relations. The city honored 5 activists who have fought for the equality of Toronto. Local residents nominated and then chose the winners. The winners say recognizing marginalized communities is a step in the right direction, but there is still a lot of work to do. The event was held ahead of Human Rights Day on Saturday. A big field trip to Ottawa for a group of Syrian children from Toronto is happening today. 26 kids will sing for Prime Minister Justin Trudeau and Parliament members tomorrow evening. The event celebrates the 1-year anniversary of the first plane of Syrians arriving in Canada. The choir was started by the settlement agency Culture Link. They have helped over 2,000 Syrian refugees since last December. The choir will sing 3 songs, one in English, French, Arabic, at the ceremony. The children have been practicing once a week for 9 months. None of the kids spoke English when they first came to Canada.
Toronto police are asking drivers, pedestrians, and cyclists to be extra careful after at least 22 people were hit by cars yesterday. One of the victims, an elderly pedestrian, died in a collision in North York around 7:30 a.m. A police spokesperson says the 22 may even be a low estimate of the carnage. He had heard there were actually more accidents but couldn't confirm the total yet. At least 16 of yesterday's accidents happened within 2 hours. According to police and Toronto paramedics, the majority left pedestrians with minor injuries. With roads becoming more slippery as we head into winter, extra caution should be taken. A routine drug bust turned into a matter of national security. A man was in court at Old City Hall yesterday after an explosive device was found, after a search warrant in a Scarborough home on Monday. Soon after, the bomb squad was on the scene and neighboring homes were evacuated during the investigation. The device was detonated after a bomb robot investigated the package yesterday. The police also detained a handgun, a hunting rifle, drugs, money, and rounds of ammunition. The 26-year-old Robert Ronchin is facing 15 drug and weapon-related charges. A gas leak earlier this morning caused 9 buildings in downtown Toronto to be evacuated. Construction workers had struck a gas main at a nearby construction site that led to a gas leak around 8:30 a.m. Police ordered people working in the buildings along Church, Colborne, and King Streets to get out. Church Street remained closed for 2 hours between King and Front Streets as Enbridge and Toronto's fire services worked to stop the leak. Toronto Fire Services say the leak was capped as of 11:15 a.m. There were no injuries. And that's it for local news. Stay with us because after this short break, Lucia Mendez will have all the top national and international stories.
Hello and welcome to the Journal.
We are artists, writers, and storytellers. We are communicators, innovators, and collaborators. We are leaders, creators, and achievers, with one thing in common, a passion for storytelling. Bring life to learning at Centennial College.
Welcome back and hello everyone. I'm Lucia Mendez and here's what's making news around the world. Today is the 75th anniversary of the attack on Pearl Harbor. They held a ceremony in Hawaii today to remark the event. There was a moment of silence at the exact time when the Japanese planes hit the targets in 1941. They held a ceremony at the memorial on Ford Island in Hawaii. Many American veterans were also there. It's expected that U.S. President Barack Obama and Japan's Prime Minister Shinzo Abe will visit the site later this month. Surprisingly, it will be the first time a U.S. president has ever been to that naval base. In Germany, Angela Merkel has called for a burqa ban. Yesterday, she was re-elected leader of her party. There's a lot of support in Germany for the ban. In August, 81% of respondents agreed burqas should be forbidden in public places. The Netherlands, Belgium, and Bulgaria also have burqa bans. Angela Merkel was Time Magazine Person of the Year in 2015. This time, Donald Trump has won the title. The magazine called him the President of the Divided States of America. The editor of Time says there was no debate that Trump was the most influential person in 2016. The award isn't for the nicest of the best person. It goes to someone who influences, better or worse. In the past, Hitler, Gandhi, and Pope Francis have also won the award. And that's a look in international news. Now over with Charlotte with entertainment.
Hello everyone, I'm Charlotte Poon. Distance sure makes the heart grow fonder. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's relationship seems to be one solid rock. Harry just finished a 2-week vacation in the Caribbean, but decided to do a detour to Toronto to meet up with Markle instead of flying straight home to England. Harry apparently wanted to spend some time with his sweetheart. They hadn't seen each other for 2 weeks. Harry is here on a strictly private visit. Meanwhile, there's been a wedding and a baby for one of the stars of The Walking Dead. Steven Yeun married his girlfriend Joanna Park over the weekend. He also revealed that the couple is expecting their first child. Aside from family and friends, there were some Walking Dead co-stars at the wedding. Norman Reedus, Chandler Riggs, Andrew Lincoln, and Melissa McBride showed up for the ceremony. And some film school students in New York City got a once-in-a-lifetime surprise yesterday when 2 of Hollywood's biggest stars showed up at their classroom. Students of the Ghetto Film School were halfway through filming their Mannequin Challenge video when Jennifer Lawrence and Chris Pratt turned up. The 2 actors answered questions and signed autographs. Lawrence and Pratt have a new movie coming out called Passengers. It debuts on the big screen on December 21st. That's all for now, but don't go away. We'll be back with Jody and Eden with the latest buzz in celebrity and lifestyle news.
Hello and welcome to the Journal.
We are artists, writers, and storytellers. We are communicators, innovators, and collaborators. We are leaders, creators, and achievers. With one thing in common, a passion for storytelling. Bring life to learning at Centennial College.
Welcome back, everyone. Gord Downey was honored at the Assembly of the First Nations Special Chiefs meeting. Downey was recognized for his role in bringing attention to Canada's history of mistreatment towards children in residential schools. He was wrapped in a star blanket and given the name Man Who Walks Among the Stars. Barbie is coming to life, and she looks just like Amy Schumer. With Schumer as the lead, the movie will focus on modern views of beauty and feminism. But some people have been throwing shade at the comedian, saying she doesn't look anything like Barbie. I guess they don't seem to understand the point. I'm sure Amy couldn't care less, though, because along with being casted in the live-action movie, she's getting love at the Grammys with a nomination for Best Spoken Word and Comedy Album. Speaking of the Grammys, Beyoncé is making history as the most nominated woman in history. Including her 9 nominations this year, thanks to Lemonade, she's received a total of 62 nominations. Chance the Rapper is also making history as the only artist with a streaming-only album to receive a Grammy nomination. And that's all for entertainment. I'm Jody Anderson, and now over to Eden.
Some of the biggest internet companies in the world are partnering to fight terrorism. Facebook, Microsoft, Twitter, and YouTube are joining forces to remove terrorist content from their sites. If one of them finds questionable content on their own platform, they'll share that information with the rest. The companies say they'll send each other a piece of code that acts as a digital footprint that can help them all identify the user across the sites. The process has already begun to be used to fight the spread of child pornography. Oh Christmas tree, oh Christmas tree. Montreal's attempt to compete with a giant tree in New York's Rockefeller Center has backfired. Montreal unveiled its own Christmas tree in downtown Place du Festival last week. Unfortunately, it was really pathetic. People have now taken to Twitter to comment on the tree's flimsy unveil and lackluster decorations. Montreal's balsam fir stands just 70 feet tall, which is still impressive, but still 25 feet shorter than its New York counterpart. The Big Apple's big tree is a 94-foot Norway spruce. Rounding out lifestyle news tonight is a wish come true. EA Sports has included a 15-year-old Canadian brain cancer survivor in its new FIFA 17 video game. The Make-A-Wish Foundation granted Kevin Doust's wish to be part of the video game. He survived 3 brain tumors. You can find Doust's player card by searching the staff category, where he's listed as a silver head coach. And that's our show for tonight. Check out torontoobserver.ca for more news. I'm Eden DeBeba, and from all of us here at Observer TV News, thanks for watching and have a good night.